they don't know what they're doing. They know not what they do.
All right.
And you pointed out that, that he was talking about, forgive those, I don't know, I can't remember how you said it, but these were people who were they thought that they were doing the right thing,
That's true.
and they were being obedient, and I remember exactly what crucified him, but it wasn't Jesus' followers.
That's true.
It was somebody else. It was the Jews and it was the Romans.
Yeah.
And from what I can remember, they colluded together to get rid of this guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you remember what you said about that?
Yeah, I did. I interpret the New Testament in two ways. One is, as a religious document, but the other one is a model of natural law for the secular world. So, there's value in the Bible, in the New Testament for sure, whether you believe in it or not. If you look at these models of natural law, you'll find that they apply 100% to what's going on in the world today. You probably find a parallel situation in modern times.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same as it was back 2,000 years ago. So what this guy was when Jesus said, what they were when Jesus said, forgive them for they know not what they do, these were agents of the state. Just like in the United States, we have agents of the state here who carry out the will of the state without putting any personal thought into it. The state tells them what to do. If they ever had any morality to begin with, well, they've given up that and they've adopted the morality of the state. And you find this in all kinds of government agencies, and from code compliance people to people who confiscate firearms and this, that, and the other, as well as people who put the needle in the guy that they're putting to death in the death chamber. This is what they are, is they're just saying, well, it's right because my authority tells me that it's right.
Well,
that was an example of that in the New Testament, and I think that the scribes and different folks who wrote this stuff down. I think that there's a lot of this technique of what's wrong with this picture.
Mm-hmm.
In any of these stories you read, there's more to it than just one line. You have to understand that back in those days, people never took a copy of one of the books in the Old Testament home and read it under candlelight. Probably the percentage of people who were literate 2,000 years ago is such a small number, it's statistically insignificant. So these stories were written to guide conversations surrounding them, as well as just to give out the basic information that they gave out. And you look at things that are written, like, what we said, they forgive them for they know not what they do. That was an approach of Jesus, but it really had nothing to do with salvation or any kind of a spiritual message.
It's just kind of a matter of fact.
Yeah, that's a matter of fact thing. And so the conversations. So this would start a conversation in a synagogue or wherever this was being read, and when people were going through these, and they would discuss it as it goes along. There's no other way that these books could have ever become popular or well known unless that was used, because if it was only the people who read these texts, we would never know about them. There were just not that many people that they were available to, except whenever they were read in public.